Good afternoon, my name is Joseph Brohard, and I am a 9th grade, about to finish it, going into my sophomore year. And I'm going to teach y'all about the advantages to using a physical book rather than using ebooks. So first of all, you learn a lot better from using a physical book because you are involving more of your senses. Studies have shown that the more senses you can involve in a task, the more you can remember it and the more you can learn from it. The same applies for books. With a physical book, you can hear the pages of the book, you can see the actual texture, you can feel the texture of the book, and you can hear the crinkling of the pages and smell it. Books do have a very nice smell. In those senses that you involve, whereas if you're using a TV screen, for instance, to read a book, you're only looking at it, and you're not involving as many senses, so you don't learn as much or learn as well. It is also more healthy for you. A lot of people may not know that blue light, this light that comes from your TV screens, is very bad for you and will eat away at your lifespan of your eyes. So if you want to not have glasses, then I wouldn't recommend staring at TVs as much and read physical books, because books take a long time to read, and if you're reading them on a TV screen, it can really affect your health. On top of that, mental fatigue is real. If you're looking at a screen for too long, say if you're just looking at it for 30 minutes, your brain's going to start getting tired because it takes more energy for your brain to process the information on a TV screen than it does on a book. I don't know exactly why, I'm not a neurologist, but I can tell you that you will become more easily mentally fatigued when you read on a screen rather than reading with a book, physical book. On top of that, physical books are much more accessible to use. Say if you're in a place with poor data connection or no internet and you want to read a book. Physical books, you can read them anytime at any place. With ebooks, you have to have internet. Or if you have them downloaded, at the very least, you have to have power on your phone or your other device. Another reason they're great is, say I want to let my friend borrow my book. Well, if you give your friend your phone to use, you're going to have some security issues with that. You don't want to be giving away all your credit card information and all your private stuff. So with a physical book, you can just hand it on over and you don't have to worry about the security issues like that. It is also more accessible because of something called spatial memory. When you open a book, there's that little, in the pages, you can tell how far you are in the book just by looking at the pages. And that also falls along with bookmarks. Bookmarks are a lot easier to put in a physical book than it is to put a bookmark in an ebook. So it's just a lot easier to find your place and pick the book back up. Makes you more inclined to read rather than using a screen. And it's just overall better for your health, better for your learning, and better for accessibility purposes. Thank you for your time. Any questions? Yes.
You mentioned that blue light puts a lot of strain on your eyes, but what if you just turned on nighttime mode to give yourself yellow light?
So the issue with that is LEDs are going to produce blue light no matter what you do. Even on nighttime mode, it does minimize the amount of blue light emitting from your screen, but it does not take it away. Because of the way LEDs work, they're always shining blue light, and they just have a filter to get rid of some of that. The nightlight mode does help, but it is not optimum. It still will hurt your eyes.
Well, you're going to see blue light just living your normal life anyways.
Yes, but it's best not to be exposed to it for hours on end while you read an ebook.
You're exposed to it every single time you go outside.
The difference is it's not just blue light. If you're looking at a single frequency of light, like high energy frequency of light for a long period of time, it will damage your retina. So,
okay, but you're not looking at just blue
You are.
light on a phone either. No, it shows more than just blue.
but
Yes, there might be a
it's
shade
still a
of
high
blue.
frequency light.
Okay.
You get the point. It does damage your eyes, and
It does.
studies have shown.
It does, but I'm giving him an argument because I feel like his argument. Okay, can I give some feedback?
Mm-hmm.
So first of all, when you opened up, you were very casual with this.
Okay.
Because you said, I'm about to go to 10th grade, which is just a very casual way of speaking.
I'm a redneck, leave me alone.
The other thing that I'd say is that it's not only the type of light that you're viewing, but also the fact that when you're looking at a phone, you're looking at basically a bunch of light bulbs. And when you're reading a book, you're looking at light reflected off a page. So the reason it puts strain on your eyes
not incandescent
is
bulbs.
because it's brighter. and you're looking at a light
It's brighter,
source
but it's
rather
also
than
the way
something
LEDs work.
reflecting.
They emit higher energy light than
Yes.
regular incandescent bulbs
Okay.
because of black light
Notes about
radiation.
the speech itself. You spoke rather quickly.
Sorry.
You need to slow down.
Okay.
But you
Anything
made good
else?
eye contact, and you didn't read your notes off, so that was nice.
Yes.
Any
Thoughts,
other
comments,
thoughts or
concerns, fits of
opinions?
outrage?
I have one thought.
Okay. Can you stop that while you give us the thought?
Yeah. Oh. So,
All right.
Asher, get the door.
Thank
Levi,
you.
give us your thought.
your entire argument on why it's better is that it's healthier, but people today don't care about being healthy, they care about convenience.
I
So
did
why
make
is a
a
book
point
more
of why
convenient?
I did make a point of why it was more convenient because you don't need internet, you don't need battery.
You did.
You can hand
You
it off
addressed
to
that.
other people.
But also you have to carry it. If you,
You
want
do
to
have
bring
to
a book
carry it, but
somewhere,
you have to carry your iPhone anyway.
I don't have a phone.
And
I just
okay,
go
well
with people's
then
phones.
how do you use an ebook when you're out of the home anyway? Wouldn't it be
Steal
more
other people's
convenient
phones.
to
It's
not
super
spend
convenient.
$100 to buy an iPhone to read an ebook?
All right.
Yeah, but you have
Who
access
is
to
at the
way more
door,
books on
Asher?
the internet than you would ever have in one
Someone
book.
brought Max
That's
in. He
true,
escaped.
and that's
Oh.
why I'm not saying we shouldn't get rid of ebooks
How'd you
entirely. I'm saying for the vast majority of your
Someone
reading,
left
if
the
it is
video.
possible, it is better to use physical books.
Much
For-
more price effective.
Judah, before you put
It,
him
it is a
outside,
little
make
bit
sure the
cheaper,
gate's
and on
closed.
top of on that note, it is cheaper to buy an ebook. But if you-
Significantly cheaper.
It is significantly cheaper, but that's why we have public libraries and things of that sort. That way, you don't have to buy every
It
book.
depends on the book.
Another
Sometimes it's
thing,
cheaper
too.
and sometimes it's not.
There are some
Every-
pretty expensive ebooks.
Every book I've
No escape.
looked into buying is more expensive on physical stuff.
It also depends if you're buying hardcover or softcover and what kind of.
Another thing too is that when you're reading a physical copy of a book, it takes a lot to make a book, and so if somebody's mass producing it, that means that it's worth putting in the effort to spend the extra money to turn it into a physical object.
Yes.
Which means that it's more likely to be worth your time to read it.
And it's a lot easier. That too, and it's a lot easier.
Not necessarily, but
People mass produce anything with the right person's name on it.
It's a lot easier to edit, like.
But
a
someone has to
digital
be
book,
willing
and
to
people
put in the
can
effort.
Make stuff up, and you don't. It's just, I mean, in World War II, Hitler was burning books that he didn't like, but it's just a lot easier to do that when everything is digital.
I disagree.
You think-
Information is actually much harder to destroy whenever it can be posted in as many places as it is on the internet.
Well, it depends, because
The modern solution would be
generally-
remove internet from, households. Make it a government only.
Yeah, but that's not.
Okay. Levi, when will you be ready to give your worldview presentation?
Am I done?
That depends on
Thank
how I
you.
want
Also
my
should
TV to
start
work.
your speech thanking your audience. That's
Well,
always
thank y'all
a
for
good place.
coming. Really appreciated the feedback and the questions, and I hope you all have a blessed day. Thank you and good night.
Good night.